Hello everyone, how's everything with you? Hope you are doing great and enjoying your Friday plus Friday, everyone. And welcome back with more wise and simple conversation. Here we go for a new topic and new tips for teachers. Guess what we are going to discuss today? Let me ask a question and drop your answer in the comments here. Um, when you start your speaking session with young learners or children or even beginners, English second language learners, how can you lead in a speaking session? How can you encourage shy students to start speak? And when you go for assessment, what's your framework or the best approach that you use for assessing them? Do you use e-resources or like platforms for them online to assess their level in speaking or no? Second question is, when you use your speaking topics to teach speaking, do you believe that there's a relationship between motivation and speaking skill? Do you see that the more motivated your students are to go for the speaking or to record their speaking activity, the more they get better and improve their speaking? Is there a relationship between motivation and speaking skill or developing the speaking skill? This is question 2 for you. Then let's jump in the tips for teaching speaking. So let me answer the question. First question, yeah, sometimes I use online assessments to assess my students, and especially one platform with AI to help them record and learn their mistakes, and they see the feedback. And I try to help them to correct the pronunciation and add more vocabulary or replace the wrong words or wrong vocabulary for them. This is for young learners, even with beginners. Some platforms can be for adults, some others for only early stages in children. For question 2, I can confirm that there's a great and big or like a great relationship between motivation and speaking skill, especially with the English second language learners or in learning and teaching English anyway. And the tips for today, I'm going to discuss and speak about that. Usually we find that some students are struggling in speaking English and they replace it with the native language or the first language mother tongue. They use it to avoid being embarrassed in front of their peers or feeling shy to speak in English, to avoid mistakes or grammatical mistakes, or even they can't express their ideas and their feelings because they don't have enough vocabulary to express themselves. So, how to manage and how to deal with this problem? I usually find the reason, especially with young learners, that's shyness. They stop speaking in English because they feel shy, they are not sure that they can say the correct words, correct pronunciation, or even they can say only simple words, not full sentences. So the teacher must help the students speak in a safe and supportive environment to speak the second language, to express in English, to learn the new vocabulary. This is step 1 to keep the classroom safe and supportive. Second tip is to encourage and motivate them, like using the rewards or the rewarding charts or gifts or certificates, preparing competitions for best speakers, helping with podcast activities, and so on. This is one solution also. Last one, which I like the best, the third one is to call every student with her or his name. Respect the individuals. They are children, but they have their characters, their feelings. So try to use their names, their lovely names, favorite names, and respect every individual, respect their individual differences, their levels, and try to avoid the comparisons between them. You know, you have fluent students, speakers, they can communicate fluently, they can speak and use a good bunch of vocabulary. But others, they are a little bit struggling in the mass prepossessions, or they can just say separated words and so on. So try to respect their attempts and push them to try to do their best, and also delay your feedback for the vocabulary or for the grammatical mistakes. So we can help to manage and develop speaking skill through motivation, through rewarding, and through respect their needs and their interests, and ignore the comparison between them. That's helped a lot. Even with the shy students, they can go for it, and they can try confidently to speak and express themselves. This is for today, and really it's a real experience in my classes. They usually use Arabic, and I ask to stop speaking Arabic, but this is like a common issue in different classes, especially with the struggling students or those who can see English is a hard language, especially in speaking. So try the tips, and also answer the questions in the beginning, and share your ideas and thoughts for the video. Let your comment and share your experience. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.